This is Tom Gauker, and you are listening to Something Came From Baltimore, an independent production. Play the pod, like the show, make comments, forward to friends, and donate generously to the Cash App Thomas Gauker, Gouker, and Venmos Thomas Gauker, Gouker. Thank you.
In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so hollow.
Welcome to Something Came From Baltimore, the best of the decade. Over 300 plus songs. We will just touch on a couple of them. I'm your host, Tom Gauker. And each year, I write down my best songs. And it was real easy. I just had to open up the Excel spreadsheet and bang, there they were. You can listen to all of these tracks on Spotify called SCFB 2010 to 2019. It's the Decade of Confusion. I'm standing by that title, Decade of Confusion. And I'm going to break this into a couple segments. Oldies that I got into this decade. Songs that I can't remember that I even liked. Songs that were on the list but not on Spotify. Artists that I was into big time. Campy songs. Hits from DJ Normal. Songs that when I disc jockeyed I got way into. Slow songs that will melt your heart. And the breakup song mixtape, and 5 artists that you must love for the next decade. Oldies that I got into this decade. Yellow Card, Ocean Avenue. Betty Davis, Shooby-Doo, and Cop Him. She's the ex-wife of Miles Davis. I went way deep into her catalog, along with blues. There's never a shortage of blues. I got into Albert King. Amazing version of Tomorrow Never Knows, the Beatles song by Junior Parker. Muddy Waters, Big Joe Turner.
Turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream. It is not dying. It is not.
And Jermaine Jackson had this awesome duet with Michael during Michael Mania. This song went to the sidelines. It should be a major hit. It's called Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming. And I loved Nights Over Egypt when it came out, but I really just was drawn into its production value and how cool it is. It's the Jones Girls, Nights Over Egypt. And I was way into Run DMC and this Mary Mary song. They sampled heavy the Monkees version of it, so I pulled that out, and I was really excited about it. Also, I have 2 songs on this, and you wonder why? When I was working at the Hilton Casino on Muzak, they would play the song Always Shines on TV. The sun always shines on TV. And I would wait for that to come on every 30 songs. And then I did a list earlier in this decade where I said if these songs were released now, they would be number one. And my number one song on there was Aha, Take On Me. I just feel the song never dies. Continually has legs. It was in Deadpool 2, and it kind of a stripped down version, and also Weezer just made it a single this year.
Worst. Motherfucker never loved us. Fucker never loved us. You ain't know now, you know now. Still at the scrub J's with a toothbrush.
Songs that I can't even remember that I liked. You know, I don't know why they're on the list, but obviously I liked them at the time. Drake's Worst Behavior, Otis Taylor, a great blues guy. Blue Rain and Africa, Poi Dog Pondering, All Saints Ascension, Mbangwa Star, Shikwa. And I love Peter Murphy, but I don't even remember me loving this song, but it's called Hung Up. Songs that were on my list but were not available on Spotify. Polyphonic Spree, Popular by Design.
In December, drinking horchata, I'd look psychotic in a balaclava. Winter's cold is too much to handle. Pinch your crabs, the pinch at your sandals.
So much music in one decade that you may not even have heard before. The playlist is on Spotify. It's called Something Came From Baltimore, SCFB. SCFB, that's the abbreviation. 2010 to 2019. It's a decade of confusion. That's what I'm calling that decade. I swear by it. Let's take a break, and we come back. We're going to review Campy songs that made the list. This is Tom Gowker, and you're listening to Something Came From Baltimore, an independent production, a Tom Fun production. Please subscribe to the pod, like the show, make comments, forward to friends, and donate generously to that Cash App, Thomas Gowker, Gouker, and Venmo's Thomas Gowker, Gouker. Thank you. Season 4 is in production, and we will be right back with more shows.
Be good is her name, and I sing my lion song and brush my mane.
Welcome back to Something Came From Baltimore. I'm your host, Tom Gowker, and we are going over the decade of confusion. It's 2010 to 2019. It's a list of songs I was into each year, and you can find this playlist on Spotify. Over 300 plus songs that will make you scratch your head and say, who's listening to these songs? Next up are Campy songs, and it seems to me that I was way into American Idol at the beginning of the decade, and then I veered over to RuPaul stuff. We have Kelly Clarkson's Save You, Fantasia, Free Yourself, Daltrey, What About Now, and we have an awesome Campy version called Open Toes by Catherine McVie.
Oh yes, honey. Due to the fact that her thighs spread just like
Gonna walk right through that door like before. High heels on the hardwood floor. They all coming back for more. Back for more.
Nails, hair, hips.
Towards the end, it seems like I flipped over to RuPaul, and here are some RuPaul songs like Peanut Butter, and his protege, Tadra Call, had some hits on here too. I disc jockeyed at Leon's, an outer bar in Baltimore, and played those same songs over and over and over, and I still love Destiny's Child Bugaboo. Christina Aguilera's Show Me How to Burlesque, Dawn Penn, You Don't Love Me, Beyonce's Pretty Hurt, and Azalea Banks' 212, along with MIA, Bad Girls. These are songs that I probably would have never put on my list, but I seem to be playing them every week, so I saw that the audience loved them, and I got into them also.
The first time ever I saw your face, I thought
Slow songs that will tear your heart apart. Songs of love and pain. Carrie Underwood, I Know You Won't. Leona Lewis, First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, a great version of Roberta Flack. There's a live version that she did, was even more intense and exciting, so you might want to check that out. There's a live version of Patti LaBelle. It's from the Patti LaBelle live album that's also great, called If You Love Me.
What would I do with it? What would I do without you? Come on. What would I do without you?
The breakup mixtape. Okay, so here's the story with this. 5 years ago, I was dumped, and I was broke down, brokenhearted, and sad. And the only thing I did to make myself happy, I don't know why, but I made this mixtape. I actually burned it on a CD, and I will bring it out once in a while to play. It gives me the same kind of feelings. Again, it was something that I listened to a lot. I'd like to share with you some of those songs. I threw it on that decade also, the year-end decade. Pink, Who Knew? The Kinks, No More Looking Back. Michelle DeNegacello, Fool of Me. The Carpenters, Goodbye to Love. How's It Gonna Be by Third Eye Blind, and a great live version of Love Brain by Jill Scott. And you can't beat the Diana Ross version of Remember Me. It makes me cry just to hear these songs, but 5 years went quickly, and I'm happier working with Something Came From Baltimore than going in a bad release. Final category is 5 artists you should watch out for. Agnes Obel.
Down by the river, by the boat, where everybody goes to be alone, where you won't see any rising sun. Down
Bodega.
It's the world now, don't discriminate. Everyone is equally a master and a slave. It's the world now, don't discriminate. Everyone is equally a master and a slave. You ready, Chuck? Name escape. Right now, name escape.
Go Penguin.
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine corner.
If you don't know this person by now, you should. Kendrick Lamar. Like, who doesn't know Kendrick Lamar?
I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music. I wish.
Christian Scott. That is it. It's 300 plus songs. It's the Decade of Confusion. It's all over the place. The playlist is now available for free on Spotify. You don't have to be a member to Spotify to pick it up. You just find it and then save it. It's called SCFB 2010 to 2019. It's the Decade of Confusion. Subscribe and give it a listen. You may not have heard most of these songs. Thank you for listening to another episode of Something Came from Baltimore. I'm your host, Tom Gowker. Season 4 is in production now, and we can't wait to get it started. This is the begging part. This is Tom Gowker, and you're listening to Something Came from Baltimore. It's an independent production, a Tom Fun production. Please subscribe to the pod, like the shows, make comments, forward to friends, and donate generously to the Cash App. Thomas Gowker, Gouker, and Venmos. Thomas Gowker, Gouker. It's a labor of love, and if you're listening, you know that we love this here. We can't wait to bring out season 4 and share some really great shows with you.